May savings ka ba sa bangko? O baka may utang ka sa bangko? May savings ka man o may utang sa bangko, lahat ng yan ay tutubo o magkakaroon ng karagdagang value. Ang tawag sa tubo na idaragdag sa savings o utang mo ay interest. At sa video ito ay pag-aaralan natin ang tungkol sa simple interest. Ang pag-compute ng simple interest ay nangangailangan ng tatlong factors. Ito ay ang mga principal, rate of interest, time. Ang principal ay ang initial amount of money sa savings o utang mo. Ito yung amount na hiniram mo, inutang mo o diniposito mo kung may savings ka. At yung rate of interest naman, ang magsasabi kung ilang porsyento ng savings o utang mo ang tutubuin pagkatapos ng contract o ng kontrata base sa napagkasunduan nyo ng bangko. At yung time naman ang magsasaad kung gaano katagal ang kontrata ng savings o utang mo. At ang formula na ginagamit sa pag-compute ng simple interest ay ang sumusunod. Interest is equal to principal times rate of interest times the time. So kung titignan natin yung formula, kailangan lang pala nating i-multiply yung principal sa rate of interest at sa length of time. Sa maiksing pagkakasulat, ito ay magiging I equals P times R times T, where I is the simple interest, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, and T is the time. At upang matutunan natin kung paano gamitin ang formulang ito, pag-aralan natin ang mga sumusunod na halimbawa. Ito, problem number 1. Mr. Loayon made a loan of 650,000 pesos from a bank which offers a 6.5% simple interest per annum. He wanted to know the interest of his loan and the total amount he is going to pay after 4 years. What is the interest and the total amount he is going to pay? So, solution. Sa mga ganitong uri ng problem, kailangan lang nating i-determine yung value ni principal o kung ano ang principal, ano ang rate of interest, at ano yung time or length of time. Kasi yun yung tatlong factors na kailangan natin para makompute natin yung interest. So dito, yung principal natin makikita naman ay 650,000 pesos. Yan yung inutang ko, yan yung hiniram ko sa bangko. Kaya ilagay natin sa principal, that is equal to 650,000 pesos. At yung rate of interest naman, obvious dito sa problem natin kasi madaling ma-determine or ma-identify kung alin dyan yung rate of interest kasi meron ding percent symbol. So the 6.5 simple interest per annum is our rate of interest. By the way, pag sinabing per annum, that means per year o di kaya'y yearly. Yun yung mga kasing kahulugan niyang terms. Kasi baka mamaya magtaka kayo, ano yung per annum? That means per year or yearly yung computation. And then, ang nakalagay naman dito ay 4 years yung length of time. Kaya, ang ilalagay natin sa time ay 4 years. At ngayong alam na natin yung value ni principal, yung inutang ko, tapos yung rate of interest na 6.5 per year, 6.5% per year, at yung length of time ng contract ng utang ko ay 4 years, kailangan pwede na natin siyang i-substitute sa formula natin which is I equals P times R times T. Sa ibang book makikita nyo nakalagay lang dyan PRT, hindi na nilalagyan ng times, lalo na sa higher mathematics. Pero sa atin, lagyan lang natin ng symbol for multiplication to indicate that we are going to multiply the principal, the rate, and the time. And since nandito na yung formula natin, substitute natin yung value ng ating principal ay 650,000. Times natin siya doon sa rate natin which is per annum, that is 6.5%. Times lastly doon sa time natin which is 4 years. At ngayon, that is equal to, bring down lang muna natin yung 650,000 kasi kailangan nating i-change yung 6.5% into decimal. Huwag pa dalos-dalos ha, huwag ka agad i-multiply yung 6.5% dito sa 650,000. Kailangan muna natin siyang i-convert into decimal. So that will be equal to 0.065 times 4, which is the value of time. And then, i-multiply na natin. Unahin natin yung 650,000 peso. 650,000 times 0.065. The product is 42,250 times yung value ng time natin ay 4. But if you are using calculator, pwede nyo namang i-multiply yan sila na sabay-sabay silang tatlo. Pero dito, step by step lang muna for manual computation. And then, after that, i-multiply natin yung 42,250 by 4 and that will give us 169,000. Therefore, the interest is 169,000 pesos. Pero hindi lang kasi yan yung tanong eh. Aside from the interest, hinahanap din kung magkano yung total amount I am going to pay after 4 years. Ano namang gagawin natin doon? Ang kailangan lang natin gawin ay i-add natin yung principal doon sa, i-add natin yung interest doon sa principal. So you can also use the formula A equals P plus I. A is the total amount na babayaran ko sa bangko, yung P naman yung principal, yun yung initial amount na hiniram ko sa bangko, plus yung principal, yung interest after 4 years. And so we are going to substitute, yung principal natin ay 650,000 plus the interest we computed here is 169. And then, pagka pinagsama natin yung 650,000 and 169,000, the sum is 819,000. Therefore, the total amount Mr. Loayon is going to pay is 8,000 or 819,000 pesos. Ang laki ng babayaran ko, pero don't worry, after 4 years naman yan. If that is true. Okay, so that is only an example. And then let's take another example kasi maraming twist yung mga ganitong uri ng problem. Okay, study the following example. We have Jean put 10,000 pesos into her savings account. Wow. So nag-save siya or nag-invest. The interest rate is 5% per year. Usually kasi pagka simple interest per year talaga yung pero mamaya may mga example ako na hindi per year yung interest. And how much interest will she earn after 2 years and 6 months? O eto na. Ito na yung isa sa mga twist na sinasabi ko because even if per year yung interest kino-compute pero yung length of time ng term ni Jean ay 2 years and 6 months lang. So subukan nating isolve yan. Solution, identify muna natin yung principal, yung rate of interest at yung time. Kasi ito yung mga mahalagang factors na kailangan nating malaman bago natin malaman or makompute yung interest. So the principal here obviously 10,000 pesos. So lagay natin dito 10,000 and the rate of interest is 5% per year. Lagay din natin dito 5% yearly or per year or per annum. And then the time, kita naman natin 2 years and 6 months. So lagay natin sa time 2 years and 6 months. And then gamitin natin yung mahiwagang formula na I equals P times R times T. Substitute lang natin. For the principal, yung given dito ay 10,000. So pwedeng iwan nyo na muna yung unit na peso sign. Ilagay na lang natin yung sa may bandang dulo. So we have 10,000 times yung rate of interest ay 5% times, ano nga ba yung equivalent? Kasi ang nakalagay dito per year. Sa makatuwid, yung time natin dapat naka-express per year, hindi months. Kaya lang may nakalagay dito 2 years and 6 months. Tatanungin ko kayo, ilang buwan ba meron sa loob ng isang taon? Diba 12 months? Sa makatuwid, kapag ang isang taon ay may 12 months, yung 6 months ay kalahating taon. At yung kalahating taon yung kalahati sa decimal ay 0.5. Kaya pwede natin itong i-express as 2.5. Kaya yung time natin ay 2.5. Okay, magkakamali kasi tayo pag nilagay natin yung 2 years and 6 months kasi yung term dito ay per year. Per year yung computation ng interest. Kaya dapat yung 6 months na yan ay ma-convert natin into year, which is 0.5 or kalahating taon. Okay, kaya meron tayo ditong 2.5. And then, operate natin yung equation. We have 10,000. Bring down muna natin and then change the 5% into decimal. We have 0.05 times, bring down natin 2.5. And then, pwede nating simulang i-multiply yung 10,000 by 0.05 and we will get 500 times the 2.5, the remaining 2.5. Actually, pwede nyo namang i-multiply yan lahat ng sabay-sabay, especially if you are using calculator. So dito manual lang. So we have 500 times 2.5 and that will give us 1,250. And therefore, the interest is 1,250 after 2 years and 6 months. Yun lang naman yung hinihingi. Interest lang naman, hindi yung total amount na babayaran. Kaya tapos na yung problem natin. Nasagot na natin yan. Okay? So proceed naman tayo sa next example. Okay, so we have a vendor borrowed 20,000 pesos from a lending institution. If the rate of interest is 3.125% per quarter, how much interest is he going to pay after 2 years? Okay, so solution. We have the principal, rate of interest, and time na dapat nating i-identify muna para malaman natin kung ano ang interest. Without these three, hindi natin malalaman kung ano o hindi natin mako-compute kung ano yung value ng interest. So principal, obviously dito ay 20,000 yung inutang ng vendor or ng magtitinda, maglalako. So that is equal to 20,000 pesos and the rate of interest as stated here is 3.125%. So this is equal to 3.125% per quarter. O mamaya, malalaman nyo kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng per quarter. Yung time naman natin nakalagay 2 years. So this is equal to 2 years. Ngayon, gamitin natin yung formula I equals P times R times T. And substitute natin yung P or yung principal ay 20,000 times yung rate of interest natin ay 3.125%. I-times natin siya o dito na yung time. Kasi 2 years yung nakalagay na time, di ba? Pero ang nakalagay dito sa term natin ay per quarter. Ano ba ibig sabihin pag sinabing per quarter yung interest rate? Ibig sabihin nun, every 3 months, tumutubo ng 3.125% yung utang niya. Kasi nga per quarter, eto kaya ko nasabing every 3 months kasi sa loob ng isang taon merong 12 months. At kapag hinati natin yung 12 months into 4, kasi nga quarter means 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Kaya pag sinabi natin per quarter, ibig sabihin din nun every 3 months. Kaya kailangan din nating i-convert yung years into months or into quarter. Paano yon? So sa 2 taon, meron tayong ilang buwan ba? Merong 24 months. Kaya ilagay natin dito 24 and then since per quarter, kailangan natin siyang i-divide by 3. So we have 24 divided by 3. And then lagyan natin ng parenthesis para hindi nakakalito. And then i-simplify natin. We have 2,000 or 20,000. Ito na yung reminder. There are 12 months in a year and per quarter means every 3 months. So simplify natin dito. We have 20,000 times 0.03125 times, magiging 8 na lang yung 24 over 3. So that is 8. Kasi nga naman sa loob ng 2 taon, merong 24 months. O sa loob ng 2 taon ay merong 8 quarter. Merong 8 tigta-tatlong buwan. Okay, kaya naging 8 yan. And then, simplify natin. We have 20,000 times 0.03125. That gives us 625 times yung 8 natin dito. And then, that will give us 625 times 8 is 5,000. Therefore, the interest is 5,000 pesos after 2 years mula doon sa inutang ng vendor na 20,000 pesos. Okay, sana naiintindihan niyo yung mga terms ng mga per quarter, meron pa ngang semi-annually, per annum, mga ganon. Yun yung mga technical terms sa pag-solve ng mga simple interest. Okay, and let me give you another example. We have, how long will it take an investment of 1 million pesos to earn an interest of 500,000 pesos at 6.25% interest rate per annum? So dito sa problem na to, tinatanong kung gaano ba katagal ang kakailanganin para yung investment na 1 million pesos ay tutubo o magkakaroon kikita ng interest na 500,000 pesos at a rate of 6.25%. Okay, so subukan nating isolve. We have principal, rate of interest, and dito ang nakalagay ay interest. Bakit? Kasi ang given ay interest. Ang tinatanong ay yung time. Kaya nga, how long will it take an investment? Time yung wala sa problem na to. Okay? So, given yung principal, which is obviously 1 million pesos, lagay natin dito, and then the rate of interest is 6.25 interest rate per annum. Okay, per annum naman siya or yearly, so hindi mahirap to. Hindi naman quarterly. Okay, and then interest natin ay 500,000 pesos. Ang laki nito ha, pero malaki rin naman kasi yung investment, 1 million pesos. And then after that, anong gagamitin nating formula? Kasi yung unknown ay yung time. Okay, pwede pa rin natin gamitin yung formula ng interest, which is equal to P times R times T. Ang mawawala nga lang dito ay yung time. Yung given ay rate of interest, yung principal, at yung target na tutubuin or target na interest ng 1 million pesos after how many years. Kaya, okay, solve natin. Since given naman yung interest, i-substitute lang natin which is 500,000 and that is equal to the principal is 1 million as indicated in our problem. I-times natin siya sa rate of interest which is 6.25% times the time. Walang value si time kasi nga yan yung unknown sa problem natin. Kaya nga ang tanong dito, how long? Gaano kaya katagal yung 1 million pesos investment kikita ng interest na 500,000 pesos at a rate of 6.25%? So alamin natin, solve natin, bring down 500,000 equals 1 million, bring down mo lang din siya times yung converted value ng 6.25% into decimal, that is 0.0625 times yung time natin, bring down lang natin which is still unknown, yan yung hinahanap natin. And then, bring down ulit natin yung 500,000 pesos, then that is equal to, multiply natin yung 1 million by 0.0625 and that gives us 62,500 times, again, bring down lang natin yung time na hinahanap natin. And after that, kailangan ma-isolate natin yung t or yung time. Kailangan mag-isa na lang siya. Mawala yung 62,500 dito sa tabi niya. So ano gagawin natin? I-divide lang natin yung 62,500 times t by 62,500. Okay, at since i-divide natin yung right side ng equation by 62,500, ganun din yung gagawin natin sa left side. So bring down natin 500,000 divided by 62,500 also. And then pag dinivide natin yung 500,000 by 62,500, the quotient is 8. And if we are going to divide 62,500 times t by 62,500, makakancel lang yung 62,500 na yan at yung maiiwan natin ay t. And therefore, t is equal to 8. Ibig sabihin, it will take 8 years to earn 500,000 from an investment of 1 million pesos at 6.25% interest rate per annum. Ganun katagal bago tumubo yung 1 million pesos mo ng 500,000 pesos. 8 taon. Pero kasi wala ka namang gagawin ininvest mo lang siya, okay? So, ganun yung kalakaran, ganun kung paano i-compute ang simple interest. At sana may natutunan kayo sa video ito. Don't forget to like and share. Mag-comment din kayo if ever meron kayong mga katanungan. Thank you so much and have a nice day.